What's up, guys? Hoodlum 2002 here again with my Diecast review for this week. So this is Labor Day weekend, and that means NASCAR is heading to Darlington, or is at Darlington, for the Throwback weekend. I really like how NASCAR started doing the Throwback race at Darlington. They started, I think 2015 was the first year they did this. So what other way to do a review for this week than with a throwback diecast? So this is Dale Jr.'s 2016 nationwide Buddy Baker Gray Ghost throwback. So let's go ahead and get down to sponsors. So on the front here, you have the orange 88. You got Chevrolet SS. You got the Hendrick Motorsports logo right there underneath the headlight there. On the hood, you have Nationwide Insurance. You have the orange N to suit the colors of the car. Going down the side, you have like the old looking logos. You got the old Moog logo. You got the Mail logo. I don't know what this one is. The one that's in between Moog and, or the black one that's in between Mail and Adelabrock. I don't know which one that is. Then you got Sunoco. You got Goodyear above the tires. We got some more throwback old school logos. We got the old school NASCAR race car logo. We have 3M Duralast. You got the NASCAR Sprint Cup logo. Let me try to see what one of these says. Mechanics above the 3M. Duralast. It's really hard to read these, but you got those contingency sponsors. And then on the back, you have Nationwide. You have the old school Mountain Dew logo. And you have Exalta. You got Dale Jr.'s name and the Carolina flag. On the name post, you got Hendrick Motorsports next to that. And on the post right here, you have Exalta. You got Mac Tools. And then you got 3 other sponsors. Right here, you have Tax Slayer and Valvoline. On the back, you have Valvoline on the left. You have Orange 88 on the right. You have Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. You got the Chevy logo. You got the 2 SS logos. You got the big one right here, and you got the little one right here underneath the headlight. On the deck lid, you have Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide's on your side. And on the roof, you have Nationwide. Same stuff down the other side. You got Dale Jr.'s name on the name rail. So, I really like this car. Obviously, the way they formatted it with the black going down the sides and then rounding off in front of the front tires, it's basically the same as his primary Nationwide car, the blue and silver, where the main color was blue and then it had silver going down the sides. I believe I read an article or something that when Dale Jr. unveiled that primary Nationwide car, he said that it was supposed to be similar to Buddy Baker's Gray Ghost because of how it looked. You had the silver going down the sides. I think the silver going down the sides, the 88s were blue, and then with the blue being the main color, the 88 on the roof was silver, I believe. I don't know. But I like how on this one, obviously, you got black going down the sides. So you got the silver 88 with the orange outline. You got an orange outline outlining the trim of the black. And then on the roof, you got the black 88 with the orange outline. I really like this scheme. And then you got like the white Goodyear logo. You got the white Goodyear and Eagle on the tires, because they also run at the white lettering at Darlington instead of the yellow letters. I really like this scheme. Like, I know some people probably had opinions on it because it was basically a hollow shell of his primary Nationwide car, but still. I mean, I still like this car. Now, sadly, Junior didn't get to drive this car in 2016 because he was out for the concussion that he had. So Jeff Gordon drove this car on the track. But Dale Jr. unveiled it, but I think he unveiled it before he got the concussion. I'm not too sure, but I believe it was before the concussion happened. So, I really like it. Now, he was able to run it last year at Martinsville because he had Nationwide was having a fan vote, and people got to vote on what scheme you wanted Junior to run in Martinsville. The Gray Ghost was one of the schemes. They had his 2015 stars in the 2015 Stars and Stripes livery when he won at Daytona in 2015. There was that one. I think there was his 2016 or 2017 Stars and Stripes logo. The two children hospital cars, and I think that was it. But the Gray Ghost was one of them. And the one thing that stood out about the Gray Ghost and all the other schemes was Junior ran every other scheme except the Gray Ghost scheme. I think the two schemes that got the most votes was the Gray Ghost obviously won, and I think the next one was the 2015 Stars and Stripes one, which I don't know why people would have wanted him to run that scheme, because I mean it would have just been a random red, white, and blue car. But I like that the Gray Ghost won. I voted for the Gray Ghost because, I mean, come on, he didn't get to drive it, so give him another chance to drive it at least. They did alter it a bit. I don't have that one. I only have the 2016 Throwback. But from what I've seen on the Diecast, I can kind of point out the differences. One of the differences was the N on the hood. It wasn't orange. It was actually black. And for some reason, on the 2017 Gray Ghost, it wasn't like the silver. It wasn't silver. Like, this is like a metallic silver. On the other car, it looked just like a plain grayish/whitish color. It didn't have the old school logos, obviously, because it wasn't at Darlington. They did have the old school Mountain Dew logo. Also, another thing was Nationwide wasn't in all caps on the quarter panels. It was just a regular word where only N was capitalized and then everything else was lowercase. On this car, everything was capitalized for Nationwide on the quarter panels. That's really the only differences that I know of. I can think of. I think they had the yellow lettering for the tires and they had the yellow Goodyear, but other than that, that's really the only things I can think of. That's really the only things I can think of for the 2017 Gray Ghost car, which I'm happy he got to drive the Gray Ghost, especially in his last season, because I think he deserved to drive it, because because Dale Jr. said that the reason he picked this scheme in 2016 for his Throwback was Buddy Baker's Gray Ghost scheme was one of his favorite schemes that he liked. And so it kind of just made sense for him to run that scheme at Martinsville when Nationwide had the vote. And so that was cool to see him get to run that scheme at that track. And it also made more sense because that race was, I think, right around Halloween. And the nickname of the car is Gray Ghost. I made a joke saying Dale Jr.'s car was dressing up as a Gray Ghost for that Martinsville race because it was close to Halloween. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but still, I made the joke. I don't care. But I really like this scheme. I really do. Probably one of my favorite Darlington throwbacks. One of my favorites. I have a bunch of favorite Darlington throwback schemes. It'd be too much to name, but yeah, I really like it. I also think, I can't remember if on the 2017 Martinsville car, that the back of the car was black, like almost all of his other schemes. Like the like his like 2015 nationwide scheme. Like it's all blue, and then when you get to the back, it's like gray or black, and mostly all of his cars are like that. I don't know why it's like that. I mean, I guess it's probably because they think black on the back bumper looks good with how the schemes look, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video for Darlington, for Darlington Throwback Weekend. So I don't know where they race next week. I think it's Indianapolis. I don't know what cars I have that race at Indianapolis, but again, I'll just find a car that I haven't done a review on. I know later in the year when we get to like Talladega, Martinsville, Phoenix, and Homestead, I will have majority of those will be race wins. Majority of those will be race wins. So that's gonna do it for this video. Hit like, subscribe, click notifications so that way you know when I'll upload these videos, and I will see you guys next week.